I just have a quick update, and this is actually faster than writing a post. And uh, who knows about who sees the post? I don't really fully understand everything about the YouTube algorithm yet, and some things I haven't Googled yet. But in any case, it's easier for me to record this. I just wanted to say, I've been going on a whole journey with tarot and oracle cards for like the whole year of 2024. After I would say I probably picked up my first tarot deck when I was about 16, because that's when a bunch of different metaphysical things happened in my life. Like I had my first teacher, etc. But tarot is not intuitive for me. I am visually impaired, and so I am learning how to make it accessible to me, but it's also teaching me how I can explain to other people how it can be made accessible. And that's like a whole journey that I want to go on. So I'm going to be doing periodic updates on the channel about my tarot journey, and that's really where I'm being led. I found the ideal decks for myself, and went through a whole thing with sort of my spirit guides about the decks, and I plan to record a video specifically about that, because then I was able to explain it to another friend who didn't know that you could interact with your spirit guides through tarot decks. And so I've been just dealing with many medical things at the same time, and one of those things, I was already aware that I was neurodivergent, but there's been levels to the discovery, so I've recently come back to the realization that I am autistic. And so when I say to you that spirit guides, this channel exists because spirit guides are my special interest. And hopefully that doesn't scare anyone away, because this channel is for neurodivergent people, to be honest. And so when I say I have really investigated how the spirit guide world works, I truly have. I have been called out recently by my team that I'm not asking as many questions as I used to. I used to be asking a question every 30 seconds. I have a background in psychology, so I was basically psychologizing my spirit guides. So I have really asked many, 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 many questions. And so I do know how to I can teach. I will do a separate video on how to sort of get your spirit guides interacting in a very serious way with the tarot cards, because there's ways to get your spirit guides energy into any object, and I will do a separate video on that. But anyway, I am really enjoying my tarot journey. I've read I read the last book by Rachel Pollack, and it was mind-blowing. And now I'm trying very hard to read her first book, which is a little bit for my neurodivergent brain. It hasn't worked my whole life, but I do have it on audio, which is a little easier for me personally. I do have sensory processing issues, but they're usually only when I'm outside. It's when I'm outside, I can't hear anyone. And hey, that's how I actually became pretty agoraphobic. I'm not really afraid agoraphobic anymore, but I'm just the world is not that accessible. But anyway, I'm going to be doing some periodic updates. Right now I have time to record once a week with my other with medical stuff that is currently going on. So I'm going to be trying to do once a week a tarot, not necessarily all tarot all the time, but I'm going to be updating on my tarot journey in general, and I will be including like how to make things accessible. Like, for example, because my friend clued me in to large print tarot decks, I'm going to look into that and get one so that I can talk about all different sizes of tarot decks in my next video, because I've always known about the minis, and I now have some minis, and so I'm going to do like a general video on tarot card deck sizes. I have like this little hyper focus right now on making tarot as accessible as possible. So welcome to my hyper focus. I will be giving an update at some point. I am a little bit hyper as I am recording this, as I just had like an incredible, like I've just had a day of like incredible synchronicity. And I really feel like this like whole topic of making making everything accessible is like a really big thing in my life. I've always wanted to create a class like that for the disability communities. So I just want to reiterate again, my channel really is for you if you are neurodivergent, if you are disabled, if you are like, I don't know how I feel about spirituality because people have like prayed over me and it's weird. Don't do that stuff to disabled people, y'all. That shit is wild. Like, you shouldn't really be. It creates a whole problem. But anyway, that's exactly why this is like the thing that I'm thinking a lot about. And right now I'm on a whole journey. For the whole year of 2024, I've been on a journey with tarot and oracle cards. Obviously, like, I felt a lot of energy in the readings that I did do. But I have paused those for now while I work out some logistics and figure out a lot's happening with me with connecting different decks, and I just paused that for now. But I do want to do like kind of some meta and teaching about how to make tarot accessible as I learn it myself. So I will be back with more of that content. It's probably not going to be again this week, but who knows, because I never know what's happening in my schedule day to day, because things get canceled. Like the other day on Tuesday, I wasn't going to record, but I had everything that was planned didn't happen the way it was planned. And then you have to figure out how you're going to deal with that. So I recorded on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little, like, kind of info dump about where I'm going with my 2024 tarot journey, and there will be more videos on making tarot accessible.